Good morning, ladies and germs. Thought I'd do a little update video on my garden. Looks like it's pretty much jamming. Things are growing really well. And I'm liking it. You know, what sucks though is that you make plans and you wanna make something nice and everything, and then, well, plans change. Plans do change. And I'm moving. And I'm moving in about a month, less than a month. And so now I get to figure out what I'm gonna do with all my plants. They're coming with me, but I have to set up a new garden. Anyways, in the meantime, check out this basil. Definitely jamming. Definitely jamming. I was worried that this basil was not gonna kick and not gonna do its thing, but as you can see, we got basil. We got basil. And I love the basil, but you know what also loves the basil is worms. Boy, these worms love this basil. And you can see, as evidenced by, where is it at? Worm poop. That's digested basil. All up in here. Let's see if we can't find a critter. I keep picking off these worms on this basil plant, and you know, that's just what you gotta do. You know, I don't really put any pesticides or anything on my plants. I use some neem oil, but neem I don't think works for worms. There's a special bacteria that you can actually put on your plants where the worms will eat the bacteria and then essentially kill them from the inside out. It gives them an infection and they die. But I just pick them off, and you get some areas that of, you know, leaves that are eaten and you can see, but for the most part things are looking really good. It's going to flower, and generally with basil you see, get this little shoot right there, and you just kind of pick them off. And you just pick them off. You don't necessarily want it to go to flower. You want it to just keep, you want it to keep foliating. I don't know what the word is, but you want it to keep growing leaves, not flowers. So, but that's doing really, really well, and I'm really happy. Oh, here we go. That's a good, see this leaf right here? This leaf right there. Just getting chomped. Super chomped. And that tells me there's probably a worm somewhere around here. Anyways, onward and upward. So, my other thing was that I planted all of these flowers in my cinder blocks, and super stoked. Not all of them are coming along really that well. This one in particular kind of got some transplant shock. I'm not really sure. I don't really know much about flowers or how to take care of them. I just put some nutrients in the soil and I just water them. So we're cruising. We're cruising. This little shooter that came up is doing well. That's even got some blooms on there. That's just a free plant. One that I pinched off of my tomato, and just got some nice, beautiful. That's on my mandevilla, I think it's called. That's going to be a beautiful plant. That'll be staked eventually because it'll grow up in kind of vines. But beautiful flowers. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Bring some color. Bring some color. But I planted all these flowers all the way around. All the way around. And now I don't know what I'm going to do with all my flowers. So that's interesting. But peppers are doing really good. They started to come back. Really, after I put, you know, after I put this, let's see if I can find the bag. After I put the Marine Cuisine, which is a ridiculously expensive fertilizer, but, oh, here's a bag. After I put this stuff in the soil, and when I made the tea, put it in there, and then I also put it in the top 2 inches of the soil, mixed it in. Man, things are just jamming. This is, yes, that's a cannabis plant. I don't smoke, but I'm just growing. I don't care. I just want to grow plants. But look at the tomatoes. Just really big, beautiful leaves. I was really worried about getting any sort of blight or whatever, but you know, I mitigated blight, I think, by really making sure that the top, let's let's get in here so you guys can see that the top of the soil will dry out really fast, but underneath here is nice and moist, and nice and not wet, but it stays nice and moist. And this is just a combination. This is Al's Gritty Mix. I don't know if you know anything about, I think it goes by the username Tapla on Garden Web. This is a gritty mix. This is bark fines. So 1 part bark fines, 1 part gritty, like kind of like a chicken grit, really small granite pieces, and turfus, which is the same material that on the baseball fields they put on the mounds. It's a clay, fire hardened clay material, and it does absorb and hold on to water, but it does dry out fairly quickly. So, but wonderful blooms coming off. The leaves are looking beautiful. No blight. That is a very healthy leaf. Still looking, obviously looking for any sort of worm. I've been able to keep all that to a minimum, but I got blooms coming all over the place. Big, beautiful leaves, no disease that I can see. Again, this is an early girl, and then this is the Sweet Million, and I believe it says on the tag that they're disease resistant. So I guess it's doing their job. But Sweet Million is jamming with tomatoes, and you see there's actually a nice little red one right there. There was right here a really red one, and I was able to eat it yesterday when I got off work. Oh, it was such a stressful day. So let's just say I work in a hospital, okay? It was bloody. It was a bloody day, very stressful, but I was able to come out and de-stress and eat the first fruit off of my plant that I worked hard, I think, to culture and nurse to wonderful health, and I was able to reap my reward. So peppers are doing good. I actually picked off a pepper and ate it. Boy, that thing was spicy. This is a Fresno chili. Boy, that was spicy. The longer these stay on and mature, the hotter they get. So there's some that are, I think ready. That's probably about 2 inches right here. About 2-inch pepper. You could pick that off, slice it. I'm thinking about putting it in like a vinegar situation. I love going to Thai food places, and they have this pepper, these green sliced green peppers in some sort of a vinegar mixture or whatever, and I put it on all the food, and it just tastes delicious. Corn is jamming, doing really well. Looks like it anyways. This one in particular is doing the best. It's the thickest stalk, and it's grown the highest. This one has grown the least. From right to left, this is the shortest one, and I don't know why. I couldn't tell you, not for the life of me. So, but because I'm moving, I've tried to take off the bean stalks, or the beans that are trying to climb up the little fence trellis thing, and so now they're just kind of cruising, and maybe they're just gonna, they're kind of starting to try and grow. Here we go, right on the corn. So hopefully the corn will grow fast enough so the beans can latch on and have something to hold on to. I got 20 days, about 30 days until I move. We got our lemon cucumber. Seems to be doing pretty good. But, I've never grown this before, so I'm really not sure, but it's grown a lot. Everything's looking great. Everything's just looking really great. I'm really happy, and gardening just gives you it gives me just a joy, I guess. I just love it. I love the idea of taking something that's super small, giving it nutrients, giving it what it needs, and letting it just do its thing, and before you know it, you're just overrun with just beautiful tomato plants. what else do I want to show you? My irises have stopped blooming. I think those are all root bound. I think I'm probably gonna break those up into different pots. But that stopped. But that bearded iris was just blue and beautiful. And so I'll show you. Get my lemon tree. So I got some more foliage growing on my lemon tree. And look at the size of that leaf. Now, I don't know if it's because I've been using that Marine Cuisine, but boy, I tell you what, I gave this plant everything it needed to grow the biggest leaf that I've ever seen on this plant. Big, beautiful leaf. It's tender, it's brand new. That's how I know it's really soft. That's how I know it's brand new. And right there, that's the shoot that's coming up through. So, you know, and I got lots of little bloom lemon buds. These are all gonna be Meyer lemons, and as long as I do my best to keep it nourished, fed, and watered, should be good. I went ahead and got some let's see over here. Yes, my yard is a mess, but whatever. But I went and got some of this Dr. Earth here. Let's see. Flower Girl. And so I went and put some of that bud and bloom booster. So it says fruit tree, citrus, hibiscus, all flowering plants, vines, bougainvillea, roses, whatever. So I went and put some of that in there. And I don't know. I wonder if that's helping me out with the blooms and all that. But things are going really good in the garden. Unfortunately, my little sanctuary space is gonna come to an end here, which is okay. I got my little chair. I just sit here and I sit in the amidst my garden, and it makes me feel good. I have anxiety, so it just I just feel like it just washes away when I'm in here. So I don't know. We'll try to figure out how we're gonna make that same situation in this new place that I'm going to. There's a backyard, and there's definitely plenty of space to do what I need to do. So we just got some planning to do, but hopefully transporting the plants is going to be interesting. I hope to not lose any fruit from my tomatoes when I'm transporting. It's just going to be in the back of a truck, basically. And it's not too far. The place I'm living is only about 10 minutes away, going slow too. So anyways, guys, long boring video, whatever. Just wanted to give anybody who cares a little update on my video or on my garden here. Like, comment, subscribe if you are interested. Take it easy.